So tell me what your take is on the commissioner saying she's going to stay on board.
Well, I think like most New Yorkers and certainly members of the NYPD, that I'm pleased that she has decided to stay. The continuity of the programs that she has put in place over the last year are going to be critical to keep the crime reduction and disorder control going into the new year and into the new administration of the new mayor. So it's a good day, good news day for New Yorkers.
Some would say that it's it's before the holiday. It's that a lot of people woke up to that.
Well, I've described it as Christmas and Thanksgiving came together early this year.
Yeah. Well, I think that's true. Let me ask you some things, because you see things from inside in ways that most people don't. Um, uh, did you talk to her at all? Has she talked at all about this with anyone that said, "Hey, I had my doubts, but I want to do it"? Was there anything like
No,
that?
we have had no conversation in recent weeks about the decisions she was making that she has now made. Ironically, I'm just coming from an event over at the Javits Center where she was being honored as Person of the Year by the As Is International Organization, the American Society for Industrial Security. And she made brief remarks that echoed the comments that she made to members of the department in her email to the department members this morning, commenting that she really feels privileged to be allowed to continue in the position. She talks openly that her and the new mayor elect have some policy differences, but that on critical ones of importance in terms of the focus on crime and disorder control, dealing with the corruption issues that she inherited from previous administrations, they have a shared vision.
And how was the response inside that field, that inside the event? How was the response?
She was received very well. These are security directors of many large companies, many of them former NYPD. No, received very, very well, as you might expect. She was very gracious in her remarks and comments about myself, Jimmy O'Neill, who was the keynote speaker, my successor, and one of her predecessors, and John Miller, who we all know.
Right.
No, she looked very happy, actually.
But what do you think that means for this city at this point in time, given the state of everything?
Well, this is where it is very important, this appointment at this time. One, putting to rest the concerns as the new mayor-elect comes into office around the issue of public safety. This is a critical time. We have the issues around immigration with the Trump administration threatening to come into New York. We have issues around the exploding world of AI with all of its potential criminal consequences as yet unknown. And then thirdly, we have the issue certainly around traditional crime and disorder, which she clearly has shown that her leadership of the department is bringing about great success. But with immigration, AI, continued crime issues, a good move to have continuity of leadership at the top of the NYPD at what is probably one of the most critical times in the last 20 years.
Um, what do you think this means for this new and young man who's going to be the new chief of the entire city?
Well, he is new. He is young. He is inexperienced, certainly as it relates to managing anything in government. And he is going to have to rely on people who have experience. So the appointment of his first deputy mayor was a good news story. Jessie has worked very closely with that first deputy mayor in her previous assignments in New York government. So the team he is building, it's kind of like putting a wedding together, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So Jessie provides the blue and something old at the same time. And so I'm feeling pretty good at the moment. If they can reconcile differences around public safety issues, well, that's a promising sign.
Well, no one in that position wants to say, okay, sure, we'll have more crime. No, and everyone wants less crime, no matter where they come from.
And the risk that the new mayor-elect took if she turned him down or they did not evidently found some common ground they can both stand on. This is not the time to bring in a new player. There had been some consideration of names that had been out in the public about other successors if she did not take the job. Fortunately, both of those were originally from the NYPD. This would not be the time to bring in an outsider from outside the department who had no experience with NYPD or New York City, because the mayor has no experience with either of those either.
This is a melting pot of a city. We know that. We are an example for people around the world. If everyone could get along with everyone like they do here as a rule, the world would be a better place. However, you know what's happening out there. 950,000 Muslims in New York City, 1 million Jews. We're there to make an example of how people can get along. Here you have the highest, will be the highest ranking person in the city of New York, Jewish person. And here she is taking the job, staying on the job, and saying that I was with the prior mayor and I'm going to be with the new mayor. What does this mean, do you think, possibly for the city of New York?
Well, look at the melting pot, Chairman, you just used. He's a Muslim, first Muslim mayor of the city. She's Jewish, first female Jewish police commissioner of the city of New York. I use the subway center pole as an example of that melting pot. When you look at all the hands that are on that subway pole, the different colors, the different painted fingernails, etc. The subway pole is a symbol of New York's melting pot situation. And the good news is she was reporting today that subway crime is at a 15-year low in that very vital aspect of this city. So one of the things we need to start taking a look at this time of crises in the country, the world, and the city is what are some of the things that are working well? And on the crime front, we're so far so good this past year or so. It remains to be seen with the new administration how it's going to go, but at least as we start the holiday season, there's some good news that maybe there is common ground to be found for all of us.
Bill Bratton, as always, thank you for your insight, and it's well taken.
It's good to be with you. All the best, Bill.